Prince Harry has revealed his 10-month-old daughter Lilibet has taken her first steps and is trying to keep up with her big brother Archie. In an interview with People magazine, the Duke of Sussex, 37, revealed he can't wait to take his children to the Invictus Games in the future and that Archie, who turns 3 next month, wants to follow in his footsteps to become a helicopter pilot. The royal, who is currently at the Invictus Games in The Hague, added he's a proud papa and that little Archie loved videos of wheelchair basketball and rugby that he showed him from the Invictus Games in Sydney in 2018. I showed him how some were missing legs and explained that some had invisible injuries, too, he said. Not because he asked, but because I wanted to tell him. Kids understand so much, and to see it through his eyes was amazing because it's so unfiltered and honest. He added, when I talk to my son Archie about what he wants to be when he grows up, some days it's an astronaut, other days it's a pilot, a helicopter pilot obviously, or Quasi from Octonauts, referring to a daredevil cat from a children's cartoon. But what I remind him is that no matter what you want to be when you grow up, it's your character that matters most, and nothing would make his mum and me prouder than to see him have the character of what we see before us today, he added. Speaking about the Invictus Games, where wounded, injured and sick servicemen and women compete, he went on, being a dad certainly adds another emotional layer to it. When I was in the army, I promised myself I would be out before having a wife and kids, because I couldn't imagine the heartache of being apart for so long during deployment, the risk of possibly getting injured, and the reality that my family's lives could be changed forever if that happened. Every member of the Invictus community has experienced varying degrees of these things. I have tremendous respect for what they and their families sacrifice in the name of service. Reflecting on how things have changed since the Toronto Invictus Games, Prince Harry added, now, 5 years later, here we are in The Hague at the 5th Invictus Games, as parents of 2, and living in the US. I had always wanted to share these incredible moments with someone special, and to have Meg by my side means everything. Their daughter, Lilibet, has not met the Queen or Prince Charles, while little Archie hasn't seen his paternal grandparents or great-grandparents since he was 6 months old. Senior royal sources described the meeting as very cordial and incredibly warm and good-natured. Harry and Meghan reportedly opened the door to return from the US for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, and told her of their plans to visit again so she can spend time with the children. The Queen is yet to meet her great-granddaughter, Lilibet, who was named after Her Majesty's childhood nickname. Archie, 7th in line to the British throne, is almost 3 months old and reports have previously hinted at the Queen's sadness at not having the chance to spend more time with him. Harry and his wife Meghan Markle made a visit to the Queen this week and told her she will be able to hug her great-grandchildren in the near future according to reports. The GB News royal correspondent said, reports do suggest that Harry and Meghan have been invited to appear on the balcony of Buckingham Palace during Platinum Jubilee celebrations. We know that Prince Harry and Meghan met the Queen on Thursday. It's been dubbed an olive branch meeting, trying to make amends. I think it's public versus family events. The appearance on the balcony at Buckingham Palace is very much a family event, or at least the Queen sees it as a family event. Similar to the service of Thanksgiving we're expecting at St. Paul's Cathedral on that Platinum Jubilee weekend in June. He continued, but I don't think we'd expect to see Prince Harry and Meghan at things like Trooping the Colour because that is very much public and attended by senior working members of the royal family. We don't have any confirmation on this, but I think it's a sign that the royal family and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are perhaps starting to make amends. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex rocked the monarchy when they announced they would take a step back from royal life to establish themselves independently from the crown. After agreeing to a 1-year trial period away from the royal family, they confirmed they would not resume their working roles last year. The Duke of Sussex's biographer Angela Levin suggested Harry and Charles remain on tentative speaking terms, after claiming the Duke and Duchess arrived late for their meeting with the Prince of Wales last week. Ms. Levin said, well, they arrived late for their meeting with Prince Charles so they had a brief 10 minutes together. The Duchess of Cornwall was there so that there was no disagreement about who said what. Charles and her had to go off to the Monday celebrations and so they weren't there for very long.